If you haven't noticed, a lot of people are questioning the mainstream narrative and bashing people like Bill Gates and others up top and thinking that something is up. But before we get all judgmental and too deep into conspiracies, why don't we just let Bill Gates himself tell us exactly what his motivations were for getting into the medical field, and also look at some of the things going on in the news behind the scenes.
But did you come to reproductive issues as an intellectual?
When I was growing up, my parents were always involved in various volunteer things. My dad was head of Planned Parenthood, and it was very controversial to be involved with that.
My dad was head of Planned Parenthood.
The economy is not going to be anything like it was. It's going to take a long time to recover. It's going to be, people are going to be surprised at how slow and how fitful this is. It's going to take a long time to recover. It's going to be, people are going to be surprised at how slow and how fitful this is.
And that actual decision of, okay, let's go and give this vaccine to the entire world, governments will have to be involved, because there will be some risk. If we have, 1 in 10,000 side effects, that's, way more, 700,000, people who will suffer from that. So, or 700,000, or 700,000 people who will suffer from that. So, and we're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein.
CBS News Corporation, National, staged a fake event. They faked the news, they faked the reality, and broadcasted that to all of their audience last Friday on CBS This Morning.
100%, absolutely.
Well, we knew they were coming. We had no clue that we were going to have to, do fake patients.
Gotcha. And did she tell you guys, hey, you're not actually getting tested?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just to make it look busy for the news, because they were right there.
Gotcha. That's crazy.
This is the main hospital in Bergamo, in Lombardy province. It's one of the most advanced hospitals in Europe. But it's the most hard.
The outbreak was declared a public health emergency of international concern on 30 January 2020. So when was H.R. 748 introduced to Congress? You would think it would be after January 30th, 2020, right? It'd be ludicrous to come up with a Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act before coronavirus was ever on the scene, right? This is from congress.gov. You can look this up for yourself. HR 748, going back to whitehouse.gov. HR 748, the CARES Act. What does CARES stand for? Look at this. Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, or the CARES Act. HR 748, he signs HR 748. He signs it on March 27th, 2020. When was it introduced? Oh, check this out. Introduced 1/24/2019. A full year, a year and 2 months before he sits down at this desk and signs it.